I wouldn't put it past Jay-Z. I wouldn't lie. I think it's probably what he's doing.
Check it. Oh, I think I got the fever. I'm heated. Pumping up the meter.
Something that might be news to you. So you know with the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
There was that whole breakdancing thing.
Oh,
Do you remember that, right?
that was painful to watch.
She has been rated the best breakdancer in the world.
What? That's not possible.
Okay, so let me tell you now how that worked, right?
Yeah, that's
that
not
was also
possible.
I read that headline and I was like, nah, y'all on some BS.
There's
here.
no way.
So, what they do is they don't take it from. It's like an average of all your wins. It doesn't matter that she got 0 at the Olympics. It's an average of all your wins. Now the problem is, right, all the competitions she's been competing in Australia are competitions that are pretty much rigged for her to win. So obviously she's getting the best scores there. And if you put that into consideration, the fact that she's got full marks, best scores, technically, in theory, she's the best breakdancer in the world.
You can kiss
She's ranked number 1.
Go jump.
In theory.
Go jump.
That is what it is.
In a lake. Okay, that's some nonsense. That's
I'm being dead serious with you.
She's so terrible. My days.
It's so bad. But I was shocked when I saw that headline. I was shocked. Oh my goodness.
She was terrible. She was so... You know, because I've been looking at that stuff, my feed has been giving me a lot more dancing videos. And I'm like, there's no way people could think that what she did was worthy of being in Olympics, not these kids at 16 years old, 17 years old, 15 years old.
Yeah, but remember, it was rigged in her favor. Every competition, every breakdancing competition in Australia is rigged in her favor.
She needs disciplinary hearings. That's what she needs.
No, she just needs to stay at home.
She just needs to stop dancing. You're not a dancer, honey.
Sorry.
You're just not a dancer. There's no way you're familiar with what people are capable of.
She's going to come at us and say, tell that to my record title that I'm number 1.
You know what? You and your fake-ass record title can go jump in a lake together. It's easy for her to say, no, but I work so hard and whatever.
Yeah, but you can...
The thing is, understand what you're doing. You're spitting in the face of people who have worked their life for that.
Yeah.
Who have done their best, who are the top-tier level for that, and you're spitting in their face. That's what you're doing.
And I want to say,
you're making light of their career.
You can love something, and you can work hard at it.
You can like breakdancing,
and it can still not be for you.
100%. You can appreciate and like breakdancing, participate in breakdancing even without like forcing your way to the Olympics.
Yes.
And stealing that spot away from someone who deserves to be there.
Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of people need to realize that you can be really passionate about something. You can be really passionate about art, playing guitar, stuff like that. And you can be passionate about it and still not be good at it, no matter how much you try. And that's okay.
That's not a problem.
That is okay.
There's nothing wrong with enjoying something.
Even if you're not good at it.
Even if you're not good at it.
But you need to be aware if you're not good at it.
100%, I agree.
You need to be self-aware if you're not good at it, because you will make a fool of yourself on the world stage like this lady did.
100%, full agree. You see Kendrick is going to perform at the Super Bowl.
Okay, there's controversy behind that.
I know, that's why I brought it up.
There's controversy behind it. And I don't get why people are mad.
So the thing is, I like that he's going to perform. I like
that he's going to perform.
I just think that there is someone else who should perform with him. And it's mainly because it's his hometown. It is Lil Wayne. And I'm behind it. I don't think Kendrick would have a problem with performing with him. But it's causing issues. And I don't understand
But in their defense,
Kendrick is a freaking superstar.
More often than not, they don't pick a star from the home state.
Yeah, that's true.
That it's being held in.
That's true.
So to say now, they need to pick someone from the home state as if it's been a rule this whole time is wrong, because it's never been a rule.
It's never been a rule.
It's never been.
I don't think it's a rule. I just think people would like, but I don't think that's the type of thing.
But it's never been common enough for it to be a trend, a standard.
Even so, I feel like there's nothing wrong with saying, that would be cool, but then you can't trash on who they did pick. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you get me? So
but I feel like now if they do it once, it's going to be expected every now and then. And with the Super Bowl, you don't want who's from the state, you want who's popular.
Yeah.
You want who's going to bring in views.
I mean, look, Kendrick is going to be great. We all know that. He's going to smash it out the park.
Controversial but brave.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Kendrick is going to bring in more views than Lil Wayne.
Yeah, but I think it would be better if they were both there. So if
they were both there.
If Kendrick was there as obviously the main attraction, this is what is going to stay that way, obviously. Because who doesn't want to see Kendrick? and then just have like Lil Wayne do like a song or two with him.
No,
that
I
would be
agree.
sick. Yeah.
I agree. I don't know why we can't have both.
Yeah.
Because there's never just one person
Yeah,
performing.
I
at the
think that
Super
would be
Bowl.
awesome. I mean, it doesn't have to be like the main dude, but I mean, like, I know the fans will appreciate that. That's vibes.
But I can see from the Super
But like,
Bowl
you don't have to
perspective.
get sour about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see from the Super Bowl's perspective why they've done that. Maybe Lil Wayne is expensive.
Apparently, Jay-Z chose.
Yeah, because his record label is the one that chooses artists
And I think,
for
I
the
think
Super Bowl.
I think that's where your controversy comes from, because there's been long stories. Have you heard about this?
probably, yeah.
Long stories for years now that Jay-Z blocks people in the industry.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Because I want to say, when it comes to the hip hop industry, rap industry, things like that, he's probably the most affluent.
Yeah. So
Most
apparently
connected
he
guy.
he'll buy record labels and shelving
Yeah,
their thing.
he'll buy record labels just to deplatform
for,
people.
Yeah, for people
Just
who
to
don't know,
deplatform
shelving
people.
is when they buy your record label and you're still allowed to produce songs, but you're not allowed to release them. So it puts you in a very awkward position, because now you're making music for this record label, but
you're still technically contracted to make
But
music
you
for them.
can't-
But you can't make money off that music.
Yeah, it's awful. It's something that has been accused of Jay-Z before.
And there's many instances, not just once. There's many
times.
examples
And they're
of
saying
it
that the
happening.
reason why they didn't want to put Lil Wayne even as like a side feature, not even as like the main attraction, is because apparently he wants to block them. Apparently, I wouldn't put it past Jay-Z. I won't lie. I think
I wouldn't
it's
either.
probably what he's doing.
As much as I love Kendrick, I love
Kendrick.
But he's starting to feel like the Tom Holland of the music industry. Everyone just wants him everywhere because they know he's going to bring in the views.
I don't blame him for that though.
I don't blame him for
I also
that.
don't even blame Tom Holland for that. I always blame the industry for that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because
But it's starting to feel like the same thing. It feels almost like he's a token.
In music, it's less so because he still has creative control to do what he wants to. But in movies, it typecasts you.
Yeah, it just feels like
That is
they're
how you
being
get
used as
typecast.
tokens.
Yeah, when you get famous for one thing and every single person wants
What's
you
that
for that
other
one
guy?
thing, it typecasts you.
Chris Pratt as well.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
He's been put as the voice of everything. He was Garfield, he was Mario.
And he was like the cheeriest Garfield ever. And I'm like, anyone who's ever known Garfield, Mans was not happy with life.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't watch the new Garfield movie, but not because I was like boycotting or anything. I'm not sure if I'm ready to ruin the memory of that pseudo live action one with Bill Murray.
I used to love that one.
I loved it.
That one was great.
I thought it was so funny.
That one was great.
And like there was two. There was the first one, and then the second one he like went to
London,
England.
wasn't he? Yeah.
And there was like another cat that looked like him or something.
Yes. He was the royal cat or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was so cool. I
remember that.
I freaking loved that movie, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to like, because the thing is they're even calling this one the Garfield movie.
I mean, I do like the style.
Yeah.
I do like the art style.
Yeah, it looks good.
But I just don't like that Chris Pratt is just himself.
I'm not ready to like. I'm not ready for that level of change. But now
mean,
I don't
it was-
hate on the movie. I
It
will
was the same
eventually
with the
watch
Mario
it.
movie, I feel. That he wasn't acting as Mario, he was just being Chris Pratt.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think
And then they still, but I mean, I don't care about Mario anyway. Luigi's my guy.
Luigi. Oh yeah.
And he was still done very well.
Do you know who
he was
voiced
still very
Luigi?
cute.
I can't remember his name, but I find him so funny. Have you watched Horrible Bosses?
Is it Charlie Day?
Yes.
Oh.
I love Charlie Day so
Charlie
much.
Day.
When I tell you he's so cool.
He's so cute.
And his
Sam.
voice is so funny.
Yeah.
He's just the best.
I love how you just said horror bosses, and I was like, I know exactly. Who you're
Oh
talking
man,
about.
he's just so funny, man. I think he's hilarious. Even like, so I don't know if you heard about this new thing with Gravity Falls. Like it's kind of making a weird comeback.
Like a.
And nobody understands what's happening.
Yeah.
So like there was a website where you could like put in some details, and on the website, you could like type in something, and there was like a little fake like screen on the website that would play something.
Yeah.
And show you an image.
Yeah.
Because you know Charlie Day is famous from that meme he had where he had the ball.
Oh, the conspiracy one.
The conspiracy. And if you type in conspiracy, he comes up and he's like wearing his glasses like a normal day, and he's like, so I don't understand. I did this thing, and then Sis came on the screen, and I don't understand, and it's not making it. He's like slowly freaks out, and I'm like, there's no way that like. they
Y'all got Charlie
all
Day
of these
onto Gravity
people.
Falls.
Like, what is happening? You know? And I thought it was so cool. I really like Charlie Day a lot.
I really hope they're building up to something great because it's going to be very disappointing if they're not.
Same. And like, I think I love Gravity Falls so much. It's got like a really like warm place in my heart. I love the fact that they're doing this like conspiracy stuff. like so many years later.
I love when stuff like this happens and then they do the marketing really. They do the marketing properly.
And the thing is, it's a
I
type,
love it.
It's a type of marketing where like it's not just like, hey everybody, here's Gravity Falls. If you haven't watched Gravity Falls, check it out.
Like
it's more like if you know, you know.
Yeah, I
You
love
know?
the super inclusive marketing.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the marketing for Blair Witch, the original Blair Witch.
Yeah.
It was marketed as a proper found footage.
Oh, wow.
To the point where the three main actors,
Yeah.
they had missing posters
Crazy.
set up for them.
That's cool.
Because they had now like tried to tell the world, these people are missing, these people are dead.
They did that for Cloverfield as well.
Yes.
They had an ARG.
And they had a similar thing going on now for the recent Long Legs, where it was, the marketing was done so well that it was like, it's like it was really happening.
Oh, so
it was so
that type of
cool.
stuff psychs you up, right?
Yeah.
I get
And honestly,
so hyped.
I enjoyed Long Legs. I watched it.
I haven't watched it.
And it freaked me the heck out, but I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. Nicolas Cage is just being Nicolas Cage in that movie in the best way possible.
I love some good stuff like that. Stuff where they're like, it's almost like the creators are geeking out about it with you.
Yeah, it's not just like here's the poster.
It's not just like we're making money. It's like, how cool is this? And you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know, how cool is it? You know,
Yeah.
it's very, very exciting.
It's not just like here's a trailer, here's a poster. Go watch it in cinema.
It's like they're having fun
Yeah.
with us.
I
I think
enjoy
stuff like
that
that is
build-up.
really fun. Yeah, we also have a lot of animations coming through this year. Hey, like a lot. Like Arcane season 2 is coming.
Oh yeah.
There's that gaming one that's made by Love, Death and Robots.
Oh yeah.
Good year for
I'm keen
animation.
for those. I'm
Great
keen
year
for
for
those.
animation. Yeah. X-Men '97 didn't win thingy of the year, animation of the year. I think it went to the Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Oh, which is understandable.
I agree. I think
Understandable.
I've watched them both.
Understandable.
I loved Blue-Eyed Samurai, and as great as X-Men '97 was, I think it deserves the award, but at the same time, it didn't need the award to be like noticed as great.
To be noticed as great.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy. It's just cool stuff. Yeah. One
Yeah.
of the coolest things that I've heard recently, and I agree with so much. And I won't lie, the more this lady speaks, the more I respect her. They're calling her the anti-Rachel Zegler.
Oh, wow.
Is what's this girl's name from Wednesday? Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
And like, I liked her from the beginning, but the more stuff I see about her, I'm more like, this auntie's pretty cool.
I didn't like her when I saw her in Wednesday. And it left a little bit of bad taste in my mouth because I was like, oh, I don't think this girl is my type of girl.
Yeah, she's cool.
But then now I see her after Wednesday, and she's pretty lit.
She's cool. I
Super
like her.
lit.
I like her a lot. I loved Wednesday. I'm excited for. She's working on the next season. She was in. I haven't watched it yet, but she was in. What do you call this movie? The sequel, Beetlejuice.
Which is apparently a fail.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't expect
Which
it to be a
I'm-
huge success.
And I'm disappointed because I feel like they had a really winning team.
They did.
They had an absolutely
They had, like,
winning
Winona
team.
Ryder
They had,
and-
it was almost going to be impossible to go wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, look,
Almost
it's not
impossible.
easy to like when you make a huge success like the first Beetlejuice. It's not easy to make a great sequel.
No, true, but it's also not hard to not fail.
Yeah.
And apparently it absolutely failed. Like
I mean, it does happen. I'm not surprised, but I mean, look, I just like her. I think she's cool. She's got
Yeah.
a good head on her shoulders. They recently asked her, because she's working a lot with Tim Burton, if she'd like to do a reboot of Edward Scissorhands, in which she plays a female version of Edward Scissorhands. And she said something really clever that I think was nice. She's like, I hate it when people remake movies and gender bend.
Yeah.
She feels they don't work well. It feels like an insult to the previous one.
It's kind of weird.
She'd rather do something new and different
Yeah.
than mimic that. And I think that's excellent.
I think that's fair.
Oh, another thing. This is more of a you question.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the one I initially wanted to ask you.
Oh, okay.
How would you feel? And I understand. I saw this online and I'm like, I see it though. This person said that she wants someone specific to play Gomez Adams, right?
Yes.
The dad of the Adams family.
Yes.
And her choice just feels, I don't know, it feels nice to me. I want to know your thoughts because you like the
I
Adams
swear, if
family
you
a lot.
say Pedro Pascal, I'm
Pedro
gonna.
Pascal?
No.
I like it. I like the idea. I
No.
like the idea a lot.
No. Okay. Can I tell you why?
Yeah, tell me what. Tell me
Okay,
what.
so-
I think it's good. I think it's
If we
brilliant.
think about, when you think of Gomez Adams,
Yeah.
you think about, I can't remember the actor's name, but it's that iconic couple.
Yes.
That absolutely iconic couple, right?
That tall man from the first
That
one.
tall guy with tiny little mustache and this beautiful goth lady.
Yes.
You think of that couple, right?
Right.
If you think of that aesthetic, that Gomez is a lot more passionate. Where I feel Pedro Pascal is too much like a teddy bear. Gomez is not a teddy bear.
You're right. Pedro Pascal is a teddy bear. I agree.
Even just in looks, I feel like he just doesn't have a passionate enough looking face.
I agree. He does have a very teddy bear vibe.
Cute.
But acting wise, I think he can pull off. As much as he does have a very soft features and stuff, I've seen him act, and I think he can pull that off. I think he's got the ability to pull off that intensity and passion, but still feel like a lovable character. I think he can do it. The thing is, it's not going to be a Pedro Pascal movie. It's not like injecting a famous person into a movie like we talked about earlier. It's more about, I think he can pull that role off excellently.
He can pull the role off, yes, but I just don't think the look is going to match.
So, I would love it, but like, if I was to rate it like out of 10, how much I would like that, I'd say maybe like a 8.5 out of 10. Where do you sit? Like
a 6.
A 6. I think it'll be an 8.5. I think it'll be excellent.
A 6. I don't know. For me, I think with a character, especially if you're doing a live action character, the appearance lends itself a lot to the character.
Yeah.
A lot to the character.
I won't lie to you. I feel
it doesn't matter how good you can act if the look isn't there. It's never gonna work. I feel 100%.
Like using Wednesday as an example. The guy who plays Gomez in Wednesday, I can't remember his name. Good actor though.
Good actor.
I don't like him in that role. I don't like him in that role. As great as an actor as he is, I think Pedro would have been better in that role. I think that that character who's playing her dad doesn't give me the right. Not look wise. He looks fine. It's that intensity you were talking about.
That intensity, for me, if you're looking at Wednesday now, right?
Yeah.
For me, I feel that Gomez came across as submissive.
Yes.
But
that's exactly what I felt as well.
The iconic Gomez we all think of wasn't submissive.
He was intense.
Was just in love.
Yeah, there was like a scene that I remember where he says, I would die for her. I would kill for her. Either way, you know?
Yes.
And like I was like, whoa, you know? And he's just got that right vibe, and I don't think.
But it doesn't come across as simping or submissive.
It comes as like.
He's just that in love with her.
It comes more as of obsessive love.
Obsessive.
Yeah.
But not submissive.
Yes. And I
felt that one felt submissive.
Wednesday felt submissive, yeah. I didn't like that.
But see, I think that's my issue with Pedro Pascal. I feel like he would bring that submissive energy.
Oh, no, I disagree. Because the thing is, in real life, that's his personality.
Yeah.
But remember, that's not his personality when he acts. I feel like he will be able. I mean, looking at films he's acted in, just for example, that don't match his personal personality. You have the Golden Circle, the Kingsman Golden Circle. He was a very loud, out there going, confident man, and he pulled it off. Felt American as heck, right? You didn't even remotely seem Hispanic in that film. Switch over to something like he did in The Last of Us, which is a much more intense story. He felt like a tortured old man, you know what I mean? So I think he's got that range, and I've seen it before.
He's got the range, like I said.
I think he can definitely pull it off, especially with someone like Tim Burton, who can give him the right makeup, costume, look. I think he can just nail it.
Who do you think would make a good Morticia? Opposite Pedro Pascal.
That's a tough one. You need someone who has... So the current Morticia is not bad. It's... what's her name? Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, not bad.
She's not bad.
Not bad.
It feels like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't feel like a Morticia.
No, it feels like her. Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to get that Hispanic and thingy. I mean, look, I love Salma Hayek a lot, but I don't think she would fit that role as nicely as I would have hoped.
Actually, no. I think Salma Hayek could do it.
You think so?
Like if you think of Salma Hayek from Grown Ups, that's Salma Hayek. I think you could.
Because the Salma Hayek that comes to mind when I think of... Because I love Salma Hayek. But like the one that always comes to my mind is the one from Desperado and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Okay, no.
That's like very young Salma Hayek.
That's what I'm saying. If you think of... Because Grown Ups, Salma Hayek, straight hair, she had the red lips, she had the fire.
She did have the fire.
I feel like...
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like that's someone I could.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's possible. I mean, look, I do think Catherine Zeta-Jones is doing a good job, though. I won't lie. I just think it's when you see her, you don't think, wow, Morticia.
You think Salma Hayek?
No, when I see...
No, not Salma Hayek.
You think, wow, Catherine Zeta-Jones is killing it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think Motisha.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I just have a little bit of fangirling to do before we finish up. Did you watch the new Deadpool and Wolverine?
Not yet.
So, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Never mind. So you haven't heard about any cameos and stuff like that?
I have. There's been a lot of spoilies, yeah. One of which is the Gambit one. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself out here.
That was funny as shit.
You just let them know what happened here today.
That was funny.
Yeah, so I know about that one. I know about the Chris Evans one.
Okay.
The Human Torch one. I know that there was another version of Deadpool with the long hair. I know there was Lady Deadpool.
Okay, there was like 10 million Deadpools, yeah.
Yeah, I know that there was Juggernaut in it.
Okay.
Who else do I know about that was in the movie? Blade. Another Blade.
That's what I wanted to fangirl about.
Another Blade's in the classic Blade, the Blade we grew up with.
Can I tell you the way I was shaking in the cinema when it, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was going to be any of these people.
Yeah.
Because I had stayed far away from the internet.
Yeah, I couldn't. It's not like I tried to stay to it. They just like. It was everywhere, and I haven't watched the movie yet, so it's late.
The thing is, I don't engage with any Marvel things on my social media, on my YouTube, or anything, so that stuff doesn't get fed to me.
I feel like I've watched the movie secondhand.
There you go. So then, when Moss Blake comes walking in, I sat next to, because I didn't want to go see the Deadpool Wolverine movie. I'm not a big
Deadpool guy.
I'm not a big superhero person, because every superhero movie is exactly the same. Anyway,
Guardians of the Galaxy was not the same.
Every movie has a wow. Here's our hero. Okay, he has to.
What about things like Kick-Ass and movies like that?
Every superhero movie is the hero's journey, flat and
but
center.
I mean, that's like every story ever.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
But, okay, true. I want to say that, but tell me how any of them are different. Because yes, you start off. Okay, let's introduce our character.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
now
always
they've got
gonna be
someone
like
to
that.
battle. Okay, they're gonna fail the first time.
I think.
Okay, now they've got to go build up, and they're gonna go really be sad, and then they're gonna do the final thing.
That's always the case. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you.
It just feels like it's very repeated, rinse and repeat kind of
I'll
thing.
be very, very honest with you. For me personally, Deadpool has never been a cinema movie, right? A movie that I would watch in the cinema. I've watched the other two at home, so I'm probably gonna watch this one at home as well.
Don't get me wrong, they are good ones. Like now, again, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, still your standard hero's journey, still your standard backstory, blah, 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 but it felt interesting.
Loved it.
But for me, something like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, I couldn't stand it.
That was trash.
Something like, the Marvels, couldn't stand it.
Trash.
That kind of stuff. That kind of thing where their only motivation is they need to fight something, it bores the shit out of me.
Can I tell you what that is? That is making a movie for the sake of making a movie.
My issue with most superhero movies are so focused on the fighting, and I'm like, what else? If we take this fighting away, what else is there to this movie?
Can I tell you that's the biggest controversy with Zack Snyder's films? Is that's not what it followed. So that's why I personally enjoyed the Man of Steel film, right? A lot of people said it wasn't the best Superman film, whatever, because it's not perfect Superman solving his problem with superpowers and whatever. But the thing is, he looked at it more as like, how do I make this character more interesting?
More than just a guy who's fighting.
Correct. And that's why I enjoyed it. I related to him for the first time. Superman's been someone who's always solved his problems with his superpowers.
Yeah.
And I think that's why everyone relates to Spider-Man, is because Spider-Man is someone who has problems, but cannot use his powers to solve them. He struggles.
See, that's okay. I can watch the Spider-Man movies. I can watch any of them. Toby one, Andrew one, Tom
and that's
one.
why they work.
All of them.
That's why they work. It's more engaging because you can relate.
For me, my issue with Doctor Strange movies is that
the only good Doctor Strange movie was the first one. The second one was
for me, the
nonsense.
Thor movies just all feel like comic relief. I feel like none of them can be taken seriously.
The first ones weren't comic though. The first two.
Comic relief.
Yeah, the first two weren't.
I'm talking now the recent ones.
Yeah. The first two.
I'm not talking now like
Thor and Thor: The Dark World were very, very dark, but it was heavily criticized.
I want to say everything before this real build up to Endgame.
Yeah.
Was okay.
Yeah, everything before the real build up to Endgame was excellent. Yeah.
But everything from build up to Endgame and now is just either fighting or comic relief.
No, but the reason why is because from that point, there was a story that we're trying to tell. We want to tell this story, and we're going to tell the story like this. Now it's more like we want to make give me a character that came out recently.
Miss Marvel.
We want to make a Miss Marvel movie. Give us a story for a Miss Marvel movie. Not we have a story, and we need to tell the story.
Yeah.
But we need to make a movie about this character. Give me a story for it.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between the two, because now you're making something for the sake of making it, not because you have a decent story to tell.
Yeah.
And that's why Guardians of the Galaxy 3 felt great. It's because it wasn't, we need to make another Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It was, there's more to their story from where we last left off. And that's why it felt good to watch.
I think that's why I wasn't so keen on Deadpool and Wolverine, because it feels like Deadpool and Wolverine don't really... It felt like the Deadpool movies didn't have a story. We were kind of just like a day in the life of.
A day in the life of, yeah.
It didn't have an overarching story.
Yeah.
But
nonetheless, I agree.
When Blade came on, I like leaned over to Craig and I was like, Craig, this made this whole movie worth it. Thank you.
I love Blade. Blade was something we grew up with. I mean, who doesn't love that kind of stuff?
I love that guy.
But I think that's the biggest problem that Marvel has been suffering with.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've noticed, since Deadpool, there's been less films.
Good.
How do you feel about the new Tony Stark thing?
I don't like it.
What's his name? Robert
Dr. Doom.
Jr. coming as Dr. Doom. I
don't like it.
I think it's cheap.
It feels like a cop-out.
It feels cheap.
And I get that in an alternate universe, that is what happens. I get that.
It feels cheap.
Alternate timeline, but it feels like a cop-out.
It feels so cheap.
It feels like they're just using him for his name.
Yeah, it feels cheap. See, I told you, when you use someone for your name, it looks terrible.
You know, I don't know how true this is. I don't know how true this is, but he's been paid already for that movie.
Genuine. That's crazy.
$80 million.
Oh my days. That's nonsense.
That's
genuine nonsense.
There's VFX people who work on these movies that can't afford to put food on their tables. And one guy is getting $80 million off this movie.
That's genuine nonsense. But you see, stuff like that, it's not... No. I mean, even when they made the announcement, I wasn't interested. I was like, really? Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. That one was a bit of a long one, but we'll cut some stuff out that you don't need to listen to. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.